This is a walkthrough of my plugin called Post Volume Stats, and this is the website. So what I'm going to do, postvolumestats.com, I'm going to click on one of these links here. All the links pretty much lead you to this particular page here. This is where you would download manually, and I'm just showing you this page because you can also leave a rating here, and you can also go to the support forum. So this is the support forum. You can, if there's anything that's not working, after any bugs, this is where you would post. You could tell me about them. If there's anything you'd like to see in the plugin, feature requests, anything like that, this is the place to go. And if I just show you, you can also contact me here. Okay, so we'll close this one down. So that's how you download manually. If we go to plugins and add new, what you would do if you wanted to add normally like this, you would go to post volume. We can just do, and this is the plugin here. So if you hadn't already installed it, you install and activate here, and that's great. So it's already installed, it's already activated. On here, it's down here, Post Volume Stats. There's a link to the main plugin, and there's a link to the settings page. If we just go to look at view details, it says the current version on the WordPress repository is 3.1.16. But if you take a look at here, so I've just about to update to 3.1.17. So this, as I speak right now, is a sneak preview. By the time it gets added to YouTube, this will probably be added, but this is a sneak peek. So let's dive straight in. What I've done, I've changed all the settings to the defaults. So we can just take a quick look and see what this looks like. So you can see, for example, there's no custom taxonomy here. It's just the categories and tags. If I want to display the custom taxonomy, I click yes, and then I can choose display all, or I can choose whichever. I'm going to stick with the topics. There's no link in the top there. So if I want to add the link, I go to yes, and the default is to not have any CSVs. So if I have my folder as the default, the WP admin, which I have up here, if I have that folder, I can select this yes. And do I want to see the date range page? Let's have a look at that. And the post interval to show. The maximum is 30 days, which is probably going to be okay for most people. I guess you'd only want it longer if there are long periods when you don't post. But I think 30 days. I might even make that smaller. I think maybe 10-15 days as a minimum might be a good thing to do. So let's save all. Yep. Let's save that, and let's go back to the let's go and have a look at the main page. So we've got multiple users here, so that's why the authors is visible there. We can actually switch. If it's just the one person who posts, we would do that, and we go back here and it's not there. It's just, it starts off with the years, but we do actually want to see the different users. That is actually one thing. Most of the blogs that I use, it's just me, so I don't really test the users on real live working blogs. So I'm sure there are bugs there. There are bugs I've just fixed in this current in 3.1.17. If you see anything, if there's anything I could improve, especially to do with the authors, the users, please let me know. So yep, this is what we've done. The week starts on Sunday, so let's just change that as well. So let's just do that. So if you go back to here, that's Monday, and the weekend's in yellow. Days between posts, if we just take a look at that quickly, you can see this is the all-time stats, and we do most of the posts pretty good, but then there are some big gaps. 26 posts, in fact, of more than 30 days between them. And there's the categories there. We can select a particular year. Let's have a look at that one. We can change year. We can look at that one particular user. Yep, all the everything's changing. So now, because we've selected this one particular user, and this one particular year, when we have a look at the data, yep, it's that graph, that chart for that user in that year. When we look at compare years, obviously this is all the years, so it's not telling us it's that particular year. This is all the years, but it's for that one particular user. And the same, if you want to export a CSV, we click on that, and that is going to export the CSV for that one particular user. If we want to have a look at, so even though that's still selected, we can deselect that. So now that's for all the users now, and so the graph looks a little bit different. Yeah, and so yeah, it's mainly it's just that one particular year, and there's just a few months where that user's posted. I don't know why these ones. The graph's just changing a little bit because the axes are okay. That's 15, 12, 9, 6. Yeah, it just changes a little bit there. Okay, so yeah, this is basically how it works. You can export a CSV file, and the divisions are comma separated. So let's take a look at the category page. So you can select whichever ones you want. Select all of them, deselect all of them. Let's have a look at that. There is a slight bug on here. If you deselect everything and show preview, it shows you an empty chart. That's not very good, but they all work the same. So how you might use this for the tags particularly, maybe you have different websites on here, maybe it's different people you're talking about, maybe there's different functions, different programming languages, maybe there's, I don't know, different animals. So maybe there's a mixture of different things on here. So maybe you want to look at all the body parts on this particular list. So there's shoulders, upper arm, back. Let's just have a look at those. And yeah, that's not a particularly brilliant graph, but you might want to stick these in as well. Yeah, that's slightly better. And what you can do is you can export that, and that saves it as a draft post. So this is the graph. We exported all, so that's the list and the graph. We can take a look at that here, and that's there. We look at the preview. That's what you'll get if you publish it. And in fact, let's go and let's publish it. So we edit the post. Let's publish. So now, so there we go again. It's published. That's today's date, and that's all done, and that's there. So, and then you can see in the sidebar is the widget. So let's just have a quick look at the widget. And I've actually got two instances here. If you wanted a third one, or if you want to add it in the first place, it's here. So you just drag this over, and what I've got is I've got the four in here. You can use this visibility. I hadn't actually I'd forgotten about this, but you can say visible. So you're only showing it if the page is the front page. What I can do, I've put this, so I've changed the order. You can't actually change the order within here. So if you want what I had before, I had the years up here. If you want the years below everything else, you can just do this. So I'll save that. And what I'll do with the years, maybe I want the visibility on every single page. So let's save that. And let's go back to the blog. So yeah, it's got the post years above everything else. And now when we go into the post we've just made, it's just got the one, because we said we wanted this on every single page, and that's what's happened. Okay, so now we've got the link up here, so we can click to get straight back into the plugin. And what was I going to say? Yep, I was going to do the date range. So what I've just found out, so okay, on this page you can select a particular year, 2014. When we go onto the page, 2014 selected. That's not a particularly brilliant year, but that's what's happened. So if you do want to do the date range, you have to make sure that this field here is not selected. So there's no year in here. This has to be blank. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to put today's date in here. I've clicked enter, just make sure that's saved. Click on the save button. We go back to here. Now it's got the date range up here. Now when we go to compare years, you can see that we're halfway through February here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you include today's date, it should be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not working. What seems to be happening is it's not including today's date, even though it should be. Now I don't know why this is, but if we just change the day to one day in the future, so now we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. So now that's working correctly. So there should be 5 posts in everything. Some of the I don't give every single post a tag, and I'm not sure about the category. Yeah, so one post has obviously got 2 categories there. The days between the posts, they because there's 5 posts, there's only 4 days between. There's only 4 intervals, because the first one in this particular date range, it doesn't look back to the previous date range. So there's only going to be 4. There's only going to be 4 here. So yes, that's the new date range feature that has to be switched on here. And that, I think, is everything. So thanks very much for watching. Some of the features I haven't worked on for quite a while, so if I sound a bit unsure or it sounds like I don't know what I'm doing, it's just that I'm a little bit rusty. Before this last flurry of updates, it'd been about 6 months before working on it, and a lot of the stuff here has been a lot longer than that. So I'm just working on this at the moment. So this seems fairly stable. If you can let me know if there's any problems, that'd be much appreciated. But thanks for watching, and thanks for using my plugin.